All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Now that I have this up and running, hopefully the storm that decides to it just wants to rain. It's just trying to do that. So hopefully that doesn't really affect the stream too much because it did this morning and I couldn't actually go live earlier. So let me just copy this and then toss it into my Discord. So I'll be right back. You guys can just let me know if you can hear me over the music properly. All right, so today we are learning how to do a new character model skin. So let's go back to the body. We're going to add our own and make our own skin textures. So let's start off. I usually like to start off on the body before I go to the face because I never know what I want to do with the face, to be honest, and I find it a lot harder. So I'm going to do it this way just so I have different textures to work with. I'm going to put them right here. Actually, I'm going to do another layer. Should I? No, I'm just going to do it here. I lied. I'm just going to do it right here because I'm lazy. Lazy artist, okay? All right, so these are our 3 textures that we're going to work with. And then we're going to use the feathering brush. Gonna have this here. Gonna do a bit of a wider brush. Let's go about like 40. Turn on mirroring. We're gonna go around the chest. That looks so weird when she's not wearing a shirt. I'm so used to the character wearing a shirt that you can't really see this part. I think it's raining. It just got really foggy. That's interesting. Okay, well, we're gonna go to this color. And put that on the background underneath. Wow, that looks so weird when she doesn't have a shirt on. We're gonna blur this all together. Okay. Once again, I apologize for excessive background noise. I'm gonna remove this section. Oh my god, I forgot. I didn't do this in a different layer. So, I'm just gonna... I didn't change the brush. Okay, so now that that's like that, I'm gonna edit this a little bit. So it's not as harsh. Okay. It will look a lot better when there is actually clothing on, because when there's no clothing on, it looks really weird. So we're gonna add a highlight. Yeah, we will add the highlight in this general area and then on this side. And then we're going to have our additional highlights are going to be other placements. So I just wanted this as more as like a base layer. So basically what this would look like if you were to, let's say, add in a different texture and you wanted your person to be, let's go with multiply. Let's go with larger brush. I'm going to zoom out this. I did that thing where you're not supposed to do. There you go. I'm going to add in this. It's going to make a solid brush so we don't have to deal with all that later. So if this is going to be our base for our model, that way you don't have to add in your extra colors in, and then you can do your highlights over this layer. So I'm going to use this as our base. Also just going to copy this for later. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into our default layer. I'm just going to add that texture in. We're going to go back in with, let's go with this one. I'm going to shrink our brush size. I'm going to zoom back into here. We're going to add in some details into the abdomen here. And then I'm going to add in, oh wow, that was really large of a brush. Yeah. So probably around like 30. Yeah. And then add in here, these lines here. So that way I can blur out this. It just adds some extra details into the character model. Okay. And then we're going to add that same color on the base, on the sides here. Going around. And that should be mirrored, so it should be the same for both. And then we're going to blur these lines as well. And like I said, these are just extra details that you won't necessarily see all the time. It depends on what you put your character in for clothing wise. Okay. So next we are going to go to re-adding that texture here. See how it adds this nice cast there. Perfect. So now we're going to add in an extra layer, having a highlight color that is somewhere lighter than this, like basically 2 shades lighter. I'm going to go with this brush. It would help if I was in draw mode. So I want this one to be over here. I also don't want mirroring on, so I want this one to be over here. And I want 2 dots on this one, so it would look more like this. Cool. And then I'm going to add in some extra details around her collarbone, so kind of taking the shape of what that would look like. I'm imagining that the light is coming down from the top left here, pointing down this way. So that's why I put this one over here. We're going to add some extra details over onto the shoulder, like this. And then I'm going to add additional one right here. Cool. So I'm going to erase or this is going to be interesting because I didn't think about that. I'm just going to remove this color here, these 3, pretend that they never existed. And then we're going to move on to the face. Cool. So we're going to move to the face and save this here. Yes. I'm going to go to skin. We are going to ignore how this, let's see if you can actually see that. Yeah. So you know how this has all your eyelashes, nose, lips. We're going to ignore all of those and just do all those details on the character itself. Okay, so we are in skin. I still have my color wheel for this one, so I'm going to add this, the original color that we had here. I'm going to do a multiply and then fully stain this layer with this color. I'm going to remove all the other details that they have on here because I kind of forgot about that. So let's go to lips. Let's go to nose. Take that off. We're going to go to this thing here. Eyelid? Is it an eyelids? Yeah, okay. We're going to take that off. So now she's a blank slate. It just makes it a lot easier to actually work with. So next we're going to go back into the skin layer and then add in our own nose and mouth and stuff like that. So like I said, I am trying a new art style. I just remembered there is one other layer that is still there. They have so many layers. Okay, I think it was mouth. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, now I can go back into skin. Okay, now we should have a complete clean slate. So I'm gonna take out my colors again and mark them here. Wrong layer. I think actually what I'm gonna do is going to create another layer. I'm gonna move this layer down so it's underneath. Yeah. So that way I can erase freely without worrying that I'm going to mess something up. I got the same color here. I'm going to go back in. Actually, I'm going to take this color from her ear, put that there. Did I take the right one? Eye dropping tool. Now I do. Okay, we're going to use these colors for her face. They're a little off to the side, but that's okay. We're going to start with this middle color here. A little fading kind of brush. I'm going to shrink the brush size to about 15 and make a nice little circle. This actually, we're going to boop, move you here, put this in the middle. Also, it would make more sense if I had, actually, yeah, we'll do it this way. It's fine. Okay, so this is our nose shape. But yeah, it would make more sense if I restructured her nose, but we'll come back to that. Because right now it's very pointy, but we're going to blur this out. And blend around. And then we're going to add in some nostrils. So we're going to use this color, make the brush size way smaller, not in blend, and then try it there. Cool, and then we're going to blend out the edges so it's not as harsh on the back side. Cool. So that's the nose that we're going to work with. Let's see what that looks like. We come out. Not bad. Okay, we're going to restructure the nose because that's going to drive me up the wall and it's going to mess up the shaping of the face, the rest of the face. So let's go into the nose. We're going to make the nose wider so she can breathe. And then go back into the skin. Okay, so I want her nostrils to be a little bit more defiant, so we're going to make it a little bit darker in color. So we're probably going to go closer to this one, but maybe a shade or two darker. And turn back on mirroring. Make sure we're in the right layer before we screw ourselves over. Cool. And then we're going to blur out the outer part again. All right. So next we're going to go to the lips. If you're wondering why it looks like this, it will look a little better after. So we're going to go to the lips. We're going to take this darker shade. I have this pink here. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, but I have it there just in case. So we are going to draw in a line at the top while it's still in mirror mode. And this is going to play out to what we want the shape to be. And how big we want the lips. I think there probably works. We can try around here. Okay. So I'm going to create a little circle here and then coming up. All right. Kind of has like that cat lip mouth thing. It's going to make her look like she's slightly always smiling. Even when she's not trying. I'm going to take off the grid because I just want to see where I am. Okay. I'm going to fill this line there. So I have a tendency to make these lips look very triangular. So we're going to try not to do that. No guarantees though. Okay, so we have this line over here. We're going to try to match with. Okay, so kind of got it to look what we want it, the way we want it to. I think I'm gonna make it come out a bit more. Okay, I like that. Just gonna add this coming up a bit. Gonna hide this layer again. Go back to this color. Make a really thin line. No. This. I just want the line. All that just for that line. And then again on the bottom. And then we're going to do a blurred version of that. Of these. I'm just going to make this a little more of a blur effect. Okay, and then adding the same color again. Just shrink that. Oh, I'm on blur. I was like, nothing happened. Okay. What are we thinking? Does that look right? If I just do this? It's very light, but at least there's a base that we can work with. And then if you want to, you can always add in the top lip to be a bit darker, to add more detail. And then we're gonna add in our highlights. So I'm gonna go in with another layer and back with the highlight color that we chose here. So I'm going to turn back on my mesh, going to turn off this. We're going to add a solid one. Go to 15 here. Going to add one there and add one there. As for the lips itself, I think I'm going to add like a gloss-like effect. I'm going to turn on mirroring for this one because I'm too lazy to do it myself. There we go. She has little highlights there. And then we're going to turn off mirroring again. I'm going to add one right here. Maybe make it a little bigger. It's the I can't draw straight problem. Okay, so she has some highlights. And then I'm going to add one right in the middle of her nose. Like right here. There we go. Hopefully that works. I think it's okay. And then I'm going to add some shading around the eye. So I'm going to take off this layer. It looks really funny, so I'm going to take off this layer as well so I can match it a little better. We're going to take, I don't want something too dark, so I think I might use this one. Use a little fader brush, make it about like size 20 to 15. Make sure I'm in the right layer, first of all. I'm not sure which line I want to go with. So I usually follow the lines here of the grid and then blur this out. And then hopefully that gives us a nice pattern for her face. And then I might change where this highlight is hitting. I might put it on the other side of her nose instead. Because if I want to say that the light is coming from the other side, so that makes me erase this line. Take back this shade. And I said I'm going to add it here, so it'd help if I was in draw. Not in that brush style, but this solid. And then you can just have it small. There we go. I think that's cute. Alright, so that's the basics of that. And then you can just play around with if you want to have like a mole, body marks, whatever. But that gives you a base to work with, and hopefully that helps. Next, I guess, would be changing around eye structure. And then you can add shadowing and highlights there, but that really depends on how you want your eyes to sit on your character. So I should probably erase this little cluster here, but that's okay. Hello, welcome Val, welcome to the stream. I'm literally just editing. I'm trying to share how to do different art styles on different characters. So I'm just gonna see what it looks like with, let's say, just slap on some sweepy bangs here and like this hairstyle. Isn't that cute? And it just gives you a whole new vibe, new look to the character. And by the way, I love these hairstyles that they have added to your Vroid. So if you haven't updated your Vroid from the beta version, or even from when they first added the new version, which was like a year ago now, to come to think about it, it's crazy. Yeah, you should definitely check out the newer updated version. They added new outfits recently, I think last month. So, but I don't have long enough hair. My hair reaches to about here. So when it's straightened, and on a regular basis, it's nowhere close to that. Wow, the tethering and leather, the internet has been all over the place these past few days, so I apologize because the stream is going to go in and out like that. Okay, so one thing I noticed, we gotta fix this. We don't have enough highlights here. Her boobsicles aren't shimmering and glowing here, so we need to add maybe that highlight there. Let's see how it looks with different dress styles. I don't remember which one comes low enough. Nope. Shading's on point though. It's just the highlight. Yeah. What happened to my highlight here? Wasn't there highlight there? Did I just put it too low? Is that what's happening? Let's add that. Let's go back into the skin. All right. I totally missed a section of skin. Yes, what hair texture or hairstyle did you take and edit? And I'm so glad that you find the content helpful. I try to make new content, but I have no inspiration lately, so I apologize if I've been really slacking on that. I'm going to go to here. I'm going to actually erase these. Let me go back to this. That's quite a view. Internet, work for me, please. Please work. It's so annoying. You were doing just fine earlier. Alright. I'm gonna erase the areas here. We're gonna move them up. Let's move that up here. Wrong brush. Because her boobsicles need to be popping. We gotta make a statement. There we go. Let's use not any of these colors. I'm just gonna undo this. We're gonna go back into this pinkish color here. Now we're gonna go into this one here. Wow, mirroring. Okay. I think I should have had a bigger brush. Let's do that. Around there. And then we're gonna blur. I'm an idiot. Put it in the wrong layer as usual. I think I was doing it in the main layer. Yeah, that was around there. That's why it was looking funny. Okay. Gonna redraw and color that. There we go. She has cleavage again. Back in that line. Let's do a line here. And then have this color come in as a shade blurred feature. Okay, and then try to blur that out. What do we get? Some harsh lines, that's what we get. Is it just me or just not like lining up on the other side? What is happening here? On here. There we go. Cool. Now let's add back in this. We're gonna go back to this side. I'm just gonna blur, especially the top part of this one. Here we go. There we go. So you can add these highlights pretty much anywhere onto your character, but I wouldn't go too crazy. Just think about where you want the light to be hitting the character. So I want it from like top left kind of corner here and pointing down towards her chest. So you could add some on her arms, but the problem with that is when they wrote the characters in use and you actually rotate your character's arm. So if like you can see my arm moving, it would look a little off. It doesn't make sense. I'm just gonna move this view because that's a an interesting take. So let's take that off. But that makes it have a different feel to it. And then you can add in different lipsticks to your character model. So I think I have one. But obviously remember that your lipstick might not match your character's lips. But we did say, don't ask. We're going to go back to this. We did say that we're going to add some highlight to our character's lips right now to make it look like she has lip gloss on. So let's go back to that. I'm going to add in a bit of a highlight around her lips. But I don't want it to be super bright. So I'm not going to use the same exact color that I have on her lips right now, but maybe like 2 shades lighter. It should be darker than this color. Yeah, I think that looks darker. Yeah, cool. So some shades darker. Gonna add in one down here, one up here, and maybe like a tiny one. So now she has some lip gloss on. I feel like this line needs to go like that. See, it's easy to do a bit too much with the shine though. There we go. I think that works. I don't think that's overkill, maybe. Who knows? You guys can tell me if you think it's overkill. Hopefully it's not. I'm going to leave that as that. This is honestly going to be a very, very short stream because that was really creepy. That I don't know if you caught that weird face. But we're gonna basically, the whole point of the stream was just to show you how to make a new character design and new art style. I'm gonna place these art styles like of the skin texture up on my booth, and then you, if you really like it, you can get it there. I'm going to erase this. I totally forgot that was there. Let's take that out first. There we go. It's looking nice. All right. Okay. And that's basically how I'm going to start making my characters from now on. So hopefully you guys like this art style. And should we try to attempt how to do it on a male? I think I'm going to fail miserably at that because I haven't tried that. What should we name this character? Save this. I'm going to send. Oh wow, I typed in caps locks. Capitals. There we go. Thank you for joining. This is now you. Yeah, I'm gonna fail miserably at the mail. Alright, here goes nothing. Let's see if we can do it. We'll see if this actually opens because it's been really slow. Okay, so we have here our male. We're gonna give him no shirt. Show off that bird chest. Perfect. Wow, this is gonna be really hard. They're like, you want a challenge? Let's give you basically nothing. Great. Awesome. You are literally a blank slate. Let's start with the body, I guess. I don't get the point of this versus this one. Like, oops, not zooming in. I do appreciate that they gave me the height, but what changed? Whatever. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're going to do the same color texture thing, blah, blah, blah. This time I'm just going to do it on a different layer because why not? Let me save myself a headache. Here's our color here. Here is our color here. And yeah, we'll stick with those two for now. Okay. So, guys' chests are totally different from women's chests, if you didn't know that. So, it's going to be a lot more challenging for me. Hello? Did it do the line? Oh, okay. Got a sternum here. You know, I should probably... Yeah, that looks right? You would think I would know this because I actually took a lot of anatomy courses, so I should remember what the body looks like. But I don't. So... we're gonna add that same... I'm about to pull up a picture of a guy shirtless. That's what's about to happen. Because I can't remember. Okay. Okay, so we are gonna use... I feel like this might be too low, but I could be wrong. This, though, on the other hand, I am gonna erase. We're gonna make this a little bit higher. There we go, because you have your rib cage on that area. As for the arms... So we have the deltoid that goes like, it's a muscle that goes like this. So we'll add in that shading. We'll go in a darker one over top. We have biceps. So if they're in this form, let's add the other posterior portion of the deltoid. Cool. Let's go back in with that same color from before. Bring that underneath. Cool. We have a lot of muscles around your arm, so there's that ending. This is the cubitus fossa. So normally there's like this little triangular shape. Add. This goes around there, so I'm just gonna map that out. Goes like that, kinda. Probably a little bit more from here. And then we'll just blur all that in. No one really notices this too much. Get a little anatomy lesson. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna turn off the grid. And then we're just gonna work on blurring. So for here, underneath the chest here, there is a shadow, depending if the person works out or not. But there generally is a shadow that's darker on this side. But we're trying to make him like a Ken doll, so where do we want our highlights to be? That's what we are trying to think of. So we got a shade here. Got a shade here, shade there. Cool. Transform that. I'm gonna make this basic as hell. Probably add in a bit more of that darker pink just to add in that defiant line of where those features were, because when I blurred them out, they were like, bye. So, yeah, we're just gonna make the brush size smaller, I guess. Let's draw. Wow, my hand is not the straightest when it comes to drawing on here. Did I come out too far? Basically, these are supposed to be your serratus anterior muscles. If you want to know what muscle that I'm trying to draw in. There we go. Let's add in some unnecessary shading. Because I like to do extra work. 20. Cool. That looks okay. All right. And then we had the other ones, other lines over here. That's like very, very hard to see for extra lighting. Okay, so highlights. I'm about to keep this man the same color because I don't really feel like changing. Highlights. Hey, let's see what we have here. How bright is that? Yeah, it's totally noticeable. Okay, fine. We'll make him a little bit of a darker color so I can see the highlights a little bit better. We're gonna do multiply. We're gonna go into nope. I'm debating what skin tone I want to go with. Actually, let's go in more of like this kind of pinky-ish color. Okay, that is like really far up there. This is the hard part. Okay, that works. We can use that. He's Pepto-Bismol. There we go. I only chose this color because I want to make it have a like the highlights be a little bit more visible than it was before. It'd be a fun color to try out. Okay. So now that we have this color selected, let's do a highlight, which is just going to be just as hard because it's already like near the tippy top. Okay. Take this kind of. Yeah. Yeah, that could work. Okay, so him. We're gonna add the same. Ooh, you were not the color that I thought you were. Oh, right. That's right. You're still really bright. A little bit darker. Hello. Maybe that. Oh, let's. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do it like that, and then try that. Yeah. Okay, that can work. Let's stick with that one. Highlight here, here, as usual. My normal places. I'm just gonna. Okay. We're gonna make it a bit more detailed than he had before, but since he has muscles, we're gonna add in some extra highlights. All right, so we have Pepto-Bismol color. I don't understand why this keeps dropping. We're gonna add in highlight there, just because we can. And then another one there and there. Cool. unmultiply this so I can just take the color that we have here. Copy that. I'm trying to make this quick because it seems like it wants to not work for the stream here. So let me remultiply this. Save. Okay, let's go to the face. Before we go to the face, I lied. We're going to go to the nose. We're going to remove this, that, eyelid. Is he blank slate yet? I guess so. Back to the skin. All right. I'm just going to do this real quick so I don't forget what texture I have. Okay. So we're going to bring this to max. We got Mr. Pepto-Bismol here. Perfect. All right, talk to you later. Let me see. If I change this to multiply, there we go, it matches. But I'm gonna need another layer in between that, kind of like my female character. So if you missed earlier, I could do the same art style with this male character because I don't know if I can. Okay, so we have our skin tone. I'm gonna unhighlight that. We're gonna take our textures. Decrease my brush size here. That's oh, my headphones have like a switch for volume right on my left ear, and I lean towards my left ear. So it made it really loud. Okay, so we got that as a nose. We're gonna use that. He's also gonna get a button nose. We didn't do the texture, the structure, but that's okay. We're gonna make a nice little circle here. Too large. Let's go 20. Okay, and then do like that. So it looks really funny right now. Like, what is that? But we'll make it look better in a moment. So next we're going to take a darker shade. Like that. And then do that inside his nose. And then we're going to blur that out, and then I'm going to reshape his nose. Try to do this as quickly as possible, because it seems like the stream quality is potato lens, because there's a storm trying to pass through. Okay. We're going to blur this out. All right, so now let's revamp his nose. And then nose bridge. I wonder I can point that down, and then I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, to be honest. Now that I can see it, because it would look like that. So yeah, I'm going to make his nose a tad smaller. On this layer, I'm going to erase what I did. And then I'm going to retake those same colors and do the exact same process. I'm just changing the size. Let's go to draw. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to blur this part. Blend this up. Blend that. Cool. I'm going to add in nostrils. That's not what I wanted to do, but that did do something. I don't know if I like how that did that. Meh. Nah. Sorry, Mr. Pepto-Bismol. I didn't mean to do that. I saw your past and your present. Drawing tablet, come on. Reconnect. There we go. Okay. So then we add in Mr. Pepto-Bismol's skin color. We have his nose being there, and then we're going to add in some lips somehow. Praise Jesus to help me, because I suck at doing lips for males. I suck at lips regardless. So, who knows what's going to happen with this one. Let's draw in. Some lips here. Okay. And then I'm gonna take away that. We're gonna go in with a lighter one. Ooh, my eye is itchy. Okay. So we're gonna go with that. Very triangular. It's like a diamond shaped, actually. I don't remember what color I was using before, so it's what? Oh my god. Nope, let's go like this then. Never heard of that one. Fun Run 4. I'll have to look into that. Okay. Only heaven knows how this is going to turn out, because I really don't know how to make this look more masculine. Let's blur this out. I will look into it, and then maybe I will try streaming it sometime soon. Maybe possibly next week, depending on what my schedule is like. But thank you for the suggestion. I love the name, Dirty Bit, like the song. Okay, so let's see if we can make this more masculine now. Take more of a solid approach. Then blur this part in. So harsh. Oops, sorry. And then let's see what Mr. Pepto-Bismol is looking like. Okay, we got some interesting lips. Interesting. I definitely like this art style more so on females than I do on males. That's what I discovered. Do not like how it looks on males. All right, let's see if we change his hair texture and color. If we can make Mr. Pepto-Bismol look a little bit more fun. I think it's these harsh lines on his lips, so we're gonna fix that. Let's go back in his face. Let's give him some fun eyes. Basically, all we're gonna do for this stream, because OBS wants to kick me out. And I'm just gonna fix up that lip because it's gonna drive me up the wall. And that's basically all there is for this. I'm just gonna fix this really quickly though. I'm sorry, Mr. Pepto-Bismol. I didn't add enough flair to you. I know, I'm so sorry. I forgot to add your highlights. How dare I? That was the whole point. Let's do these highlights real quick. We're gonna do one right here. We're gonna turn on mirroring because I'm lazy. Gonna go like bam, bam. Make him look cute. Oh, we're gonna turn off mirroring. Let's see, right here. Cool. Great. We're gonna have one here and here. And maybe one by the inner eye. All right, Mr. Pepto. My new favorite character. Let's fix your lips. Let's just fix this real quick. How am I going to fix this, though? That's the main question that I'm trying to think of. Let's go with the original lip color. Pull that in, I guess. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. That's how my brain works. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. You got Mr. Pepto-Bismol. And I'm going to show you what the other character looked like before. Give me 1 second. Let's give him a name. I'm honestly going to call you Peppo or Pepto. Let's go with Pepto. Oops, there's not an E there. There we go. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to show anyone who missed it earlier what the original character that I was trying to go for, her art style that I did earlier was looking like. Hello? You don't want to load? Oh, now you don't want to load? Okay, 1 second. I got something for you. You'll work. If you haven't noticed, I am using V Magic Mirror to use for my character model. Normally, I like to use VC Face because I find VC Face captures facial expressions way better than V Magic Mirror. But I do like the fact that V Magic Mirror has this interface where you can see where I'm drawing, or if I'm typing something, you can also see that as well. So this is the original character that I was doing earlier, and I was trying out that new art style with. This one turned out way better than Mr. Pepto-Bismol, probably because of the coloring. But yeah, I think this one's super, super cute too. And I was just trying a new art style because I'm not the most creative person when it comes to art styles, so I really wanted to try something different. I'm just gonna put her bald so you can see what her face looks like in more detail. But yeah, we tried a like puppy dog kind of kissy lips. I added some highlights to the lips as well. I tried to do a different style of nose than I normally do, and then I think I'm going to try this style from now on with my character models. Am I going to revamp my character? Probably not, because that's a lot of work and I'm going to keep mine the same. So that's pretty much it for today's stream. I hope you enjoyed. Tomorrow, hopefully, if it's better weather, the plan is to actually try streaming a video game. We're going to be playing escape simulator. No, not an escape simulator. It's the same thing. An escape room. We're in jail for something that we didn't do. We need to get out of jail. So we're just trying to, figure out how to get out of jail. So come join me and see if we can escape together out of this prison. So it has very similar um, puzzles that you would see in most escape rooms when you actually go to them in person. So hopefully we can make it out. I'm going to give her back her hair because she looked really cute with the hair. Let's do a redo. No? Okay, cool. Fine. I'll just, give her a new hairstyle. That's okay. I can do that too. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. It was this one. Yes. There we go. All right. And that is it. So I will see you guys later and take care. Bye, everyone.